Okay, what is up YouTube? James back here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles. Today we're going to be using the Giratina-O team once again with Tapu Fini, Ferrothorn, Oranger, and Incineroar accompanying the Groudon and Giratina. This team overall, I've been losing a lot more off camera. I've been playing a few games more with this team, and yikes, it's been pretty bad. It's just I feel like Giratina is really hard in the meta right now. It's not like there's like some good matches where Giratina does really well. That's common right now. I feel like the negative matchups are a lot more common. Xerneas, Yveltal, Lunala are just really common. Ooh, our first. No, this is our second Dust Main. I think we faced one. Mimikyu is interesting too. We don't really tend to see Mimikyu because of the fact that, you know, Solgaleo, Necrozma, and Necrozma Dust Main, and Lunala all get options that can pierce through disguise and just knock out Mimikyu in one shot. So I'm guessing Focus Sash is the item. Not exactly too sure. Right here, this is finally a game where I can see Giratina putting in some work. Okay, Giratina, finally able to do some work here. I'm thinking Fini's probably good to avoid the Spore, but the Giratina is my main win con, and I don't think my opponent's gonna like allow me to Spore. Also, the Ferrothorn is really good here as well. So is Incineroar. There's a lot of good Pokemon I have here that I actually don't even want to bring to Tricker Mode. Oh, how I feel like that's a mistake, but I feel like that actually is a play. I think. Oh man, this is strange. I want to bring Fini. I think Fini is actually decent here. I'll bring Fini. Fini, Giratina as the lead with Ferrothorn and I think Groudon. I mean, I think Incineroar was really good in this matchup too, but I think Groudon's just Precipice Blades helps with the dealing with the rain a little bit better. I feel like there are multiple ways that I could potentially bring the combinations of Pokemon. Like I could have seen Incineroar, I could have seen Groudon. I didn't have much time to think because I was trying to figure out what potentially was the best option here. We'll lead. Also, sorry about the lighting if it's not optimal. I'm trying out some different lighting effects. We're gonna see Necrozma, Mimikyu lead. Okay, so Incineroar would have been a great switch in here. Unfortunately, it's not, and I have to deal with this. Also, I don't know if Mimikyu carries Woodhammer because it could be a thing because it does get access to Woodhammer. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Muddy Water straight off the bat. Get as much damage as possible. My opponent doesn't have good switches to Muddy Water, and I think I'll just go Ferrothorn here. To basically, I think Ferrothorn's pretty good here. Necrozma can't do much to it. Mimikyu can't really do much to it either. So I think I could just bring out Ferrothorn and probably click Gyro Ball on Mimikyu. I gotta be worried, even though Z Destiny Bond isn't really a thing because, you know, Ghost Team Z isn't legal until the Moon series. It's something that could still be run on Mimikyu, so you can maybe catch a Primal off guard. It looks like the Mimikyu is actually slow or going for a Trick Room here. It's one of those two. But I basically get a good amount of damage on the Necrozma Dust Main. That's actually a good amount. And Busted Disguise. We're going to see Shadow Claw. Okay, it's just slow Mimikyu. Shadow Claw going to go out on the Ferrothorn. That does a decent amount, but not really too much. And we're going to see the Trick Room come out from the Necrozma. Okay. So that works out beautifully for me. Gyro Ball is looking like something I could just go into Mimikyu and I could just go for Muddy Water. Specs Muddy Water is going to catch the Incineroar on the switch, and it does a lot. So, but I'm thinking I want to heal up with Leech Seed before doing anything because I feel like if anything, Mimikyu might want to be the one that switches out into the Incineroar and Necrozma tries to attack my Fini here. I think the better play is just to get some health with Ferrothorn because I feel like it's pretty useful. We are going to see that Mimikyu retreat into that Incineroar, so I do call it correctly. Let's see who's faster between Necrozma and Fini. I'm guessing Necrozma is going to be faster, but shouldn't be able to knock off Fini in one hit. Fini is a very bulky Pokemon. As we will get a Leech Seed off into the Necrozma. So let's see, it's going to be the Photon guys are coming out. Does target down my Tapu Fini slot. How much damage is it going to do? That does a lot of damage. I think that's physical. We missed a Muddy Water on Incineroar, which is pretty bad. We do get some Nice lead seed. We got the accuracy drop too, which is helpful. It doesn't look like it's burying the crossbow, so if it attacks once again, it will probably go down. I want to say lead seed is gonna barely miss a knockout actually. Yeah, not good. I mean, I only brought Fini so I can potentially stop the. Okay, the last Pokemon has to be Kyogre. Like the last Pokemon has to be Kyogre. Don't think Fini is as useful anymore. I don't want to take the Flare Blitz that's coming out. I'm gonna go out in Giratina and then try to get a free switch into my. I think I go Giratina here and try to then get a free switch into Groudon, so I can start going for Precipice Blades. We'll see how this works. Necrozma can opt to switch out, but that means Fini is going to be able to get a Specs Muddy Water off onto my opponent's team, which isn't bad. Yeah, I would have to assume Kyogre's in the back. I just don't see how you deal effectively with the Groudon otherwise. We will bring out the Giratina here, and I think the Flare Blitz. We already seen Necrozma actually switch out, so I do get a Specs Muddy Water off. Mimikyu is going to come out again, which is completely okay for me because Muddy Water is going to do a lot. Fake out into the Fini though, okay. A good play for my opponent, but overall I think that still benefits me a decent amount. Because I can go for Muddy Water here, and Giratina is slower than Mimikyu, guaranteed. I can go for the Shadow Ball into the Mimikyu slot, try to pick up a knockout so I can start hoping for my Groudon to do some more work. So let's see. And if you go for the knockoff, it's fine into the Giratina. Knockoff into Giratina, so that means I will be able to knock out the Mimikyu with Shadow Ball, and then I get a single target Choice Specs Muddy Water off. That's pretty big into the Incineroar. So, knock out the Mimikyu. Please, Fini. It's one target this time. Nice. So we get damage off of Incineroar, and if we knock out the Incineroar, I think that's just game. Probably not, though. Yeah, doesn't pick up the knockout. Doesn't look like it's a Pasha or a Berry. Is that Assault Vest? I don't think that's Assault Vest. I feel like Assault Vest should have taken it a little bit better. Maybe it is. Necrozma going to come back out. If it's Assault Vest Incineroar, you probably don't expect the Aura Spear. The knockoff looks really close though in the Giratina. That's a thing. I mean, I could go out into my Ferrothorn, but I don't want its Berry to get knocked off. I will go for Aura Spear though. I will attempt the Aura Spear. Maybe the play here was to switch out Fini into the Ferrothorn, but I don't want my opponent reading. I'm going for Flare Blitz and then goes for the attack into Giratina. Actually, that might be able to pick up a knockout if my opponent decides to make that play. You go for the Flare Blitz into Fini, and then you go for the attack into Giratina with your Necrozma, because Photon Geyser is really strong. So we'll see what my opponent's options are. I also don't know if it's Min Speed Necrozma. I would assume so. Knockoff going to come out once again, so I could have switched out. Let's see. Giratina, 2 HP, so it did the exact same damage. Photon Guys are going to come out. That will finish off my Tapu Fini, so Tapu Fini does go down, which is okay, because now I get the free switch it. So I get the free knockout into the Incineroar right here. So Incineroar goes down. Great. And now we go Ferrothorn first, sack Giratina. Yeah. Go Ferrothorn first, sack Giratina. And then go out into Groudon. That's definitely my play. Yep. Oh, wait, what? There was no Kyogre? Huh. It is a Psychic Seed on the Necrozma. This makes things interesting, but I can't tell. HP Fire is definitely a thing that could come out here. You have to double up my Ferrothorn in order to knock out, or you have to be like Life Orb, HP Fire, Choice Specs. I think I Leech Seed the Necrozma. I don't think it has Protect. I think I just double up Necrozma here with Shadow Ball plus Leech Seed. That definitely changed my game plan. Okay. I don't feel like my opponent can knock out Ferrothorn though. Then again, we're probably going to see the Choice Specs Focus Blast, and then, you know. I'm really hoping that's not the case. Please don't be Choice Specs Focus Blast. That's like the one thing that can definitely screw me over. Definitely. Psychic gonna come out into the Giratina, so worry about the Giratina. Okay, so my opponent can't knock out the Ferrothorn. Okay, that's good. We're gonna see the Photon Geyser. That's not a contact move. No, it's not a contact move if it's physical. Does a good amount to Fairforn. Not enough though. Leech Seed does connect with Necrozma. Okay, I think that should be game. Because then I just double protect. Unless Leech Seed just knocks out. Yeah, actually Leech Seed did knock out. Okay, so my opponent was in range of Leech Seed earlier in the game. So I get the health back with Fairforn. I could have went for Gyro Ball, but having the little bit of recovery could have been actually really useful. And we go Groudon here. We click Fire Punch into Gyro Ball, and that should be game. I don't see how my opponent really breaks through. I guess if you're no, I don't think even if you're Sash Tapu Lele like with HP Fire, a crit will knock out Groudon. I think because of how much investment I have on Groudon. So yeah, we'll just go for Fire Punch Gyro Ball. As you're gonna Psychic, guess you're gonna attempt for the crit. Yeah, I don't think a crit would have knocked out. I think crit would have barely missed a knockout actually, and would have just activated my barrier. So I get a Fire Punch and a Gyro Ball off into the top of the ladder, and that's gonna be a good game to my opponent. So we are able to pull out the first game of today's episode. Giratina putting in some work. We got Fairforn putting in some work. We got Fini putting in work though. Like Choice Specs Fini, did you see how much it was doing? Did you see the attacks? It took, well, it didn't really take much. It took a Fake Out and it took a Photon Geyser, I guess. But did you see the damage it was throwing off? That damage was huge. I guess it was Assault Vest Incineroar. I guess I would have knocked out if it wasn't Assault Vest. So yeah, but then again, I'm running more special attack than I normally would on Choice Specs Tapu Fini. I'm used to like running like 116 Modest with Choice Specs Tapu Fini. This time I'm actually going like a really invested Tapu Fini. I think it's like 236 Modest. So yeah, I guess the damage calcs are a little bit different than what I'm normally used to. So maybe that's why just Choice Specs Muddy Water was doing more than I expected. But I mean, Fini, I can't believe, I think Fini was the starter. I think Fini was the starter. We got Push from Italy, 1653. Let's see, Zygarde, Solgaleo, or Solgaleo. It's Solgaleo. With Ludicolo, the Smeargle, Clefairy, and Tapu Koko. This is scary because of the fact that this is probably just like Weakness Policy Zygarde, which is actually really threatening. So, how do I want to approach this? Oranguru plus Tapu Fini might actually be useful here. Yeah, I think it's actually pretty useful as a lead. Yeah, it's pretty good as a lead. My Groudon does so much to my opponent. And I think I bring Incineroar for Intimidate in the back. Let's see, I definitely bring Oranguru, Fini, Groudon. Like, that's what I'm 100% set on. Incineroar can provide Intimidate, which isn't really big, except the Zygarde. Giratina might be able to bulk it, but it really can't do much damage back to any of these Pokemon. Other than Solgaleo, I guess. I think I bring Incineroar. Having Fake Out Pressure and Intimidate sounds really good to me for the Zygarde, because I'm really worried about the Zygarde out of all my opponent's Pokemon here. I want to have an answer to Zygarde. Well, not an answer, but a way to slow down Zygarde at least. Maybe it can help my Groudon setup too with Fake Out and, you know, Swords Dance or Precipice Blades. Let's see what my opponent's going to go for as the lead here. Probably Smeargle Zygarde. Yeah, Smeargle Zygarde. I've seen a lot of like the Ice Shard into the Weakness Policy on the Zygarde. So we'll see if this is one of those variants. We'll just bring out the Tapu Fini and the Oranguru. 1,000 Arrows is a pretty weak move in general, so I'm not sure if it's able to knock out. We'll find out. We'll go for... Maybe I just Instruct? I'm going to trick... Here's the thing, right? Actually, no. I am gonna Trick Room and Moonblast. I have Ice Beam, actually. Ice Beam should do more, right? Moonblast is Stab. So what? That's 90, 135, but... No, Ice Beam does more. I definitely go for Ice Beam here. And I Trick Room. Because even if you Fake Out, that's fine. If we fake out, if we go for the Ice Shard, I feel like I should live with Fini. We're gonna see the fake out in the Fini, no surprise there. 1,000 waves, so I'm trapped in. I love 1,000 waves. It's a really cool move. I didn't know about it till recently too, because I forgot it got 1,000 waves. So I can no longer skate with either of my Pokemon. It's really cool for trapping stuff. And we'll get Trick Room up. Okay. So we do have Choice Specs Ice Beam, and we will go for Choice Specs Ice Beam. Into Smeargle or into the... We go into the Zygarde always. The problem is I can't instruct right away. I might as well just protect a Oranguru if I can't even attack here and go for Ice Beam. I don't know how bulky Zygarde is, but it is an Ice Beam from Choice Specs Tapu Fini. It's 4 times effective. We'll see how much it does, potentially. Ice Shard's going to come out. We also don't know if Zygarde's actually faster than Fini. This could be a misplay. But I feel like I don't have any investment on the Fini, so I feel like it should outspeed. Ice Beam going to come out. Choice Specs Ice Beam. Knocks out Zygarde. Great. Okay. I was actually really scared about what they call fodder in... they call... Zygarde fodder sometimes. Oh man, because a power constructed Zygarde into Zygarde complete was super scary. We're gonna see Solgaleo switch in. This is looking pretty good for me right off the bat. I think I'm just gonna Ice Beam. I mean, I just go Incineroar here from one of my slots, right? I'm gonna go for... Yeah, I'm just gonna switch Incineroar for my Oranguru and just click Ice Beam into Fini. Yeah, just getting damage into the Smeargle. Just getting rid of its Focus Sash. If I can get rid of Smeargle's Focus Sash, I feel pretty good. So we'll bring out Incineroars for the Intimidate. Full Metal Body, yeah. Follow Me gonna come out, which is fine. Probably just trying to avoid the Instruct Ice Beam double up into Smeargle. Like, you should know I'm Choice Specs at this point. Wait, they got Evasion Boost? When? Oh, I must have missed it. Well, here comes the Sunsteel Strike. That's actually kind of annoying. Into Incineroar. Okay, I know your Zygarde's weakness policy. It's Life Orb on the Solgaleo. Moody, Speed Rises, and Special Defense falls. Let me see. Again, Evasion Boost? It did get an Evasion Boost. 2 turns of Trick Room left. We'll go for the knockoff Ice Beam in the Solgaleo, because I think the 2 plays are you either double protect here or you go for Follow Me and attack here. You might even spike your shield with Smeargle and attack with Solgaleo, which I could definitely see. So that's why I'm going for it, because I don't feel like I don't think Solgaleo is just gonna protect. I feel like it's a double protect though. No, it's protect, follow me. Interesting option. Maybe just trying to get free switching in Incineroar, or maybe just doesn't have protect. We keep missing these attacks. We bring it down to its Focus Sash though. I don't want the Misty Terrain to disappear, because if I miss the attack on Smeargle, I don't like my position. Because I could actually get reverse swept somehow by the Solgaleo. I'm gonna U-turn the Smeargle and I'm gonna go back into Oranguru. I can also maybe attempt to try to get Trick Room back up again. So we'll retreat the Fini here. Go out into the Oranguru and let's see. Follow Me once again, so I'm guessing this... I guess it just doesn't have protect. Ice Shard, Follow Me, Spore, I'm guessing, and something else. We do land a U-turn. Okay, that's great. So we do land a U-turn. I don't need Misty Terrain anymore. Yeah, because if Coco's the last Pokemon, I'm okay against Tapu Koko. We'll just go Fini here. I don't know what you're going to go for with the Solgaleo. I feel like it's Sunsteel Strike into my Oranguru slot. I'm okay with that. Sunsteel Strike. And you're taking more Life Orb damage. So I think knockoff should guarantee the knockout Solgaleo after one more Life Orb hit. So it does target down my Oranguru slot. Oranguru does go down. That's a really strong move with Life Orb. Yeah. And I think I just go Groudon? What other Pokemon my opponent could have? Ludicolo. Yeah, Ludicolo is actually scary. I'll go out in Incineroar. I don't want Ludicolo coming out and then my opponent doubles. Ooh, Clefairy coming out. Okay. I wonder if it's Heal Pulse Clefairy. I mean, I think I just click Fake Out into Solgaleo. But the problem is I don't want a Encore situation. So I think I'm actually just going to go for the Muddy Water and knock off the Clefairy, I think. Actually, no. I feel like you could... Yeah, so you're going to protect here. Okay, that's fine. Probably just double protect, I would assume. Yeah, so probably no Encore. Like, I was worried about the Encore threat, which is why I decided not to Fake Out. But another play I could have seen my opponent going for it, which is attack with Solgaleo and Heal Pulse. But, yeah, I think it's Helping Hand coming out now from the Clefairy. Again, I still have Groudon. As long as Groudon's able to live one attack from Solgaleo, and I would assume it'd be able to, I should be able to win the game. We are going to see Follow Me come out, so it looks like no Helping Hand. What's coming out here? Earthquake? Wild Charge. Okay. And Fini. That's fine. Wild Charge, Sunsteel Strike. Send Headbutt, I'm guessing, is the last move. We will knock off the Clefairy's item, so we do get rid of the Violet. I don't think Sunsteel Strike should be powerful enough to knock me out. With a... I'm trying to think about Helping Hand, Life Orb, Sunsteel Strike. I don't think it should knock out Groudon. If it is Helping Hand as the last move, we still don't know what kind of last move that this Solgaleo can have. We'll go for the Precipice Blades. We'll go for Flare Blitz in the Solgaleo. At this point, Clefairy really can't do anything other than Helping Hand or Follow Me, but Follow Me is not... I wonder if Solgaleo lives. I don't think it'll live Precipice Blades after another Life Orb hit. It might also come down to if I miss. Looks like my opponent's trying to go for, like, me going for a misplay move, targeting down the Clefairy slot. It's going to be super power, though. I don't know if he's super powered Incineroar, though. I guess he got to hope for Precipice Blades miss. But lowering your attack, I guess you're going for the crit now. That's a lot of stuff you got to rely on. We go for Precipice Blades. Well, Solgaleo dodged it. Well, it's still fine. Clefairy's a Violet's knocked off. As long as I don't miss a bunch, I should be good. But I might only have one more depending on what these sets are. And I'm not going to Fire Punch. I'm not going to Fire Punch because I didn't know if my opponent had Helping Hand. We are going to see the Helping Hand now, finally. Sunsteel Strike going to come out. This move has a really long animation, but I like the animation. I like Moongeist Beam and Sunsteel Strike. They have some really good animations. That's not, it doesn't look like it will KO Precipice Blades. We do connect with both this time. Will it knock out Clefairy? It's a Violet's gone. Yeah, it just knocks out Clefairy and Solgaleo. So we are able to pick up a win there. Great. So we knock out the Solgaleo and the Clefairy, and that is a good game to my opponent. Trying to figure out if we should go for one more, and I think I actually am going to go for one more battle. Yeah, I don't see a reason not to just go for one more battle at this point. I don't think it will really hurt me to go for one more battle. So we'll go for one more battle and see how this goes. So overall, that game, like, I'm glad I have Ice Beam. Like, the reason I have Ice Beam is for Amoonguss mainly, just so I can hit Amoonguss for some more damage. That's the main reason I decided to run Ice Beam. Ice Beam actually really came in handy for the Zygarde because I don't think Choice Specs Moonblast was going to knock out the Zygarde. I think it would have activated the Power Construct, which could have been really bad. So we got Oppo VGC from Spain, 1555 rating as our last opponent with a team of Groudon, Xerneas, Tapu Fini, Incineroar, Ferrothorn, and Zapdos. Okay. Groudon. I'm bringing Groudon 100%. I'm bringing a Ranguru 100%. Incineroar probably I'm bringing 100%. And then Fini, probably not. I don't really like Fini. It only helps with one problem. I could bring Giratina technically, but then again, my opponent doesn't have any redirection. So like, if I can get Ferrothorn in, Gyro Ball the Xerneas or Power Up the Groudon would be pretty nice. It's also great for Lele. Yeah, I don't think I could bring Giratina into this. Unfortunately, I will go a Ranguru Incin, I think. Yeah, Incin. With Ferrothorn and Groudon in the back. These matchups have been pretty rough for Giratina. But let's see how this is going to go. Also, I need to find a charger outlet for my 3DS because my 3DS is almost going down. Let's see. There we go. Let's see what my opponent's going to bring. Oranguru Incineroar will be my lead of choice against the Tapu Fini Zapdos. Huh. Not the lead I was expecting. That works out though. Taunt Lele doesn't affect me at all. Psychic Seed? Wow, that's a really old classic. Okay. Just fake out the Zapdos. Oh, I can fake out the Zapdos and then go for a Gravity Blades. Ooh, this is looking pretty good. I'm liking my position because I feel like I'm going to be in a position in like 2 turns where I can just spam Gravity Blades. We'll go for the Trick Room and the fake out into Zapdos because Zapdos is dealing, since Zapdos is not affected by terrain, I can just fake out the Zapdos. And then Taunt doesn't matter because I do have that Mental Herb. It's going to be Dazzle and Gleam. Choice Scarf Lele potentially? I don't know. I can't confirm it because I don't know if the Zapdos, because if you're Psychic Seed, you're probably bulky on the Zapdos. We'll set up Gravity right here. And I'm going to U-turn the Zapdos since Zapdos doesn't usually carry Protect. Tapu Fini does. We're going to see the Tapu Fini switch out, which is fine. Into Incineroar. That is fine. Because both Pokemon, show me you're switching to Precipice Blades. So we'll U-turn out here into the Zapdos. Yeah, this works out beautifully. I go on the Groudon. My opponent's in a really bad spot now, so now I can start clicking Precipice Blades. I could probably just protect Groudon. Oh wow, my opponent can't fake out because of terrain, right? So I don't even have to protect, I can just go for Precipice Blades. We get Gravity up, so now my Groudon's gonna click Blades and destroy my opponent at this point. And I don't really care about a knockoff here. Thunderbolt and Groudon too, that's the best situation you could have asked for. I just protect here, go for Blades. I guess Incineroar could go for Flare Blitz. It won't knock out Groudon. I guess the worst case is, well, I'm not gonna say the worst cases, but it's a burn or crit or whatever. We're gonna see the knockup though, that's completely fine. I don't need my berry in this matchup, I just need damage at this point. Knockoff was pretty weak there. Precipice Blade's gonna come out. This should just be able to knock out both Pokemon, I would assume. Oh wow, Incineroar actually is able to survive. That's bulky. Able to eat the berry, and then we'll find out what my opponent is going to do next. If it's Xerneas, I feel very confident in winning this match. Yeah, because if it's Xerneas, I just click. Let's Groudon, and my opponent's back. My opponent didn't have Trick Room, so I don't think this is Mint Speed Groudon. We'll just go for the Instruct here with the Oranguru, and we'll go for Precipice Blades because I get a single target Precipice Blades into, I get a double target Precipice Blades into a single target. That might be able to knock out Groudon if it doesn't have much bulk. So yeah, and I don't think Flare Blitz should knock out my Groudon, but it's actually fast Incineroar. Wow, that's fast. Huh. Well, that explains it. It probably has no attack investment then because it really wasn't doing much. Oh wow, that Precipice Blades was a crit on the Groudon. That's super bulky then. Well, it's not Mint Speed, I know that much. Jeez, that Precipice Blades just did nothing. We're not intimidated either because I did U-turn out into Groudon when Incineroar came in. So Precipice Blades doing some good damage. Precipice Blades back, but that's not really going to matter too much. That's not going to KO either one. Yeah. Oh wow, it's a Life Orb. What? Okay. I don't know if it's just my Groudon, but I feel like Groudon's been doing work. Yeah, Lele comes in. You can't be fair for it at this point unless you have HP Fire. And even if you do, I get multiple attacks off. I could get Trick Room up. There's like no way I think for my opponent to come back in. And I still have Incin in the back end. Yeah, like Tapu Fini can't do much to my Incin. How many turns of thing are left? Psychic Terrain, Trick Room down to 1. It might be Scarf. We'll just go for Precipice Blades, Instruct here. And my opponent's not going to protect. I'm guessing it's Choice Scarf. Yeah, so Tapu Fini goes down. Able to pick up another win for today's episode. I think, I can't remember what happened in the first battle, but hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles. I think that game was just, yeah, my opponent didn't, had no answers to Groudon, and, you know, once I got the Gravity up, my opponent really had no switches in the Groudon afterward, and the critical hit didn't matter apparently because it wasn't a berry and it did not. Well, it kind of did, I guess, because my opponent did faint, but I don't think it really mattered too much. because if Lele didn't have Protect, it didn't change a thing. Because of the fact that I would just be able to knock the Lele, Groudon into life, sure, but then I could just sack Groudon there, protect a Rangaroo, go out and Incineroar, Psychic Terrain ends, Trick Room ended, just go out and Incineroar because you're forced to attack Groudon, then I just go for a Fake Out and Trick Room, and then I can just KO the Groudon afterwards. So regardless, I don't think that mattered too much, but hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles. If you did, please leave a like down below, show your support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social medias, the side series on my channel, all that good stuff will be linked down below. I keep forgetting to mention this, but there is a paste bin of the team down below. No QR code. I don't think this team's as solid as the Palkia team. I feel like the Palkia team is a lot better. And yeah, I feel like this team needs a lot more edits before being complete. But hope that everyone enjoyed. You can check out my other stuff. Follow me on my Twitch channel where I do live stream VGC 2019. Highly recommend go checking it out. Feel free to leave a comment down below as I do read them. Otherwise, have a great day, people, and until we battle again, I'll catch you all later.